Nagging isn't about your words, it's about unmet needs and timing. Welcome back, everybody. We're on day 44. I'm Dr. Nicole, and today we're talking about how to communicate your needs without falling into the nagging trap. This isn't about becoming silent or passive. This is about learning to communicate in a way that actually gets results while preserving your relationships and your feminine energy. If you have ever been called a nag, if you find yourself repeating the same requests over and over, or if you feel like no one listens to you the first time, this video will transform how you communicate. Let's start by understanding what nagging actually is and why it happens. Nagging is repetitive communication about unmet needs. It's what happens when you ask for something, you don't get it, and you keep asking in increasingly frustrated ways. Nagging happens because your initial request wasn't clear or direct. You hinted, suggested, or asked in a way that was easy to ignore or misunderstand. You didn't establish consequences. You made requests without any follow through, so people learned they don't actually have to respond. You're asking at the wrong time. You're trying to communicate when the other person either isn't receptive or available to hear you. You're taking on responsibility that isn't yours. You're trying to manage other people's behavior instead of managing your own response. You're communicating from frustration instead of clarity. By the time you're nagging, you're already activated, which makes your communication less effective. The key insight is that nagging is usually a sign that your communication system needs adjustment, not that you need to stop having needs. Understanding the difference between masculine and feminine communication rhythms can prevent a lot of nagging. Masculine communication tends to be direct and solution focused, compartmentalized, one issue at a time, action oriented, and prefers specific requests over general complaints. Feminine communication tends to be contextual and relationship focused, holistic, connecting multiple issues, feeling oriented, prefers understanding over immediate action. Nagging often happens when feminine communicators try to process feelings and context, but masculine listeners just want to know what action to take. Instead of, you never help with the dishes and I'm always cleaning up after everyone, and I feel like you don't appreciate what I do, try, I need help with the dishes tonight. Can you handle them after dinner? The first approach feels like criticism and creates defensiveness. The second approach gives a clear, actionable request. Three elements that can eliminate nagging are timing, tone, and brevity. Timing is do not communicate when the other person is stressed, distracted, or busy, or when you're feeling emotional or activated. If it's been a long day for both of you, if you're in public or around other people. Do communicate when both of you are calm and present. You have their full attention. The timing feels natural, not forced. You can have a complete conversation. The tone to avoid is sarcasm or passive aggression, accusatory language, you always, you never, emotional intensity that feels overwhelming, talking down or lecturing. Instead, use a calm, steady voice and I statements about your needs and warm but clear energy. Brevity. Keep it short and specific. State what you need and clearly. Avoid long explanations or justifications. Don't bring up past examples. Focus on the one issue right now, one at a time. Ask once and observe the response. This is the golden rule of non nagging communication. Ask, then observe. Here's how it works make your request clearly and directly. I need you to take out the trash before you leave to work. Give them time to respond. Don't expect immediate action unless it's urgent. Observe their behavior, not just their words. Do they follow through or do they just ignore your request? Don't repeat the request. If they don't follow through, that's information about their priorities and respect for your needs. Decide what you'll do based on their response, on their behavior. This might mean having a bigger conversation about respect, or it might mean handling the situation yourself and adjusting your expectations. The key is that you don't keep asking for the same thing over and over. You ask once, clearly, and then you respond to their response. Instead of nagging, let natural consequences do the teaching. If someone doesn't respect your requests, don't rescue them from the consequences of their choices. Don't do their responsibilities for them. Don't keep asking. Adjust your expectations and behavior accordingly. For example, if your partner doesn't help with the household tasks despite your clear requests and you guys talking about it, don't keep asking. Instead, decide what you will and won't do and let them experience the consequences of not contributing. If your teenager doesn't clean their room despite agreements, don't nag them daily. Set clear consequences and follow through consistently. This approach preserves your energy and dignity, teaches people that your words have meaning, avoids the power struggle that nagging creates, and it puts the responsibility back where it belongs, on that person. Let's talk about alternative communication strategies. The soft redirect. I love this. Instead of repeating yourself, redirect attention to the unmet need. I noticed the trash is still here. What's your plan for handling it? Then there's the boundary statement. Instead of asking repeatedly, state what you'll do. I need the kitchen clean before I cook dinner. If it's not clean by 6, I'll order takeout. The check in. Instead of assuming they forgot, check their intention. We talked about you handling the yard work this weekend. Are you still planning to do that, or should I make other arrangements? Then there's the choice offer. Instead of demanding, offer options. The car needs to be washed. Would you prefer to do it this weekend, or should I schedule a service? Those are all alternative communication approaches. Then there's the energy shift. When you stop nagging and start communicating clearly, you preserve your feminine energy because you're not constantly in pursuit or management mode. You increase respect because people learn that your words have weight and meaning. You reduce conflict because you're not creating power struggles through repetitive requests and nagging. You model healthy communication for everyone around you. You protect your peace because you're not constantly frustrated by those unmet needs. Most importantly, you start attracting people who naturally respect your communication instead of people who need to be managed. Clarity plus calm changes everything. When you communicate your needs clearly the first time, when you use appropriate timing and tone, when you let consequences teach instead of words, you eliminate the need for nagging entirely. Your needs matter, your communication matters, and you deserve to be heard the first time. Make sure you hit subscribe for day 45, where I'm sharing my stress regulation formula, the exact steps I use to stay calm under pressure. Tell me in the comments, what's one communication pattern you want to change? I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Dr. Nicole.